point I'd like to make is that, it doesn't take many people to make change locally. Let's look at what happened with Madeleine O'Hare. One lady in the 60s, one lady with her endless, relentless effort got prayer taken out of the schools. One lady. Now, I don't know if you know what happened to her. Did you know?
Yes, she used to harbor hardened criminals and murderers in her house, and some of them killed her.
That's right. And my understanding is they chopped her up pretty good.
She hated Jesus.
Texas. But see, that's tragic she died that way, and I don't mean to focus on that necessarily, but, one person did all that. Madeleine O'Hare did. And if we, in this community, just have a couple people get seriously involved and effective. I'm just one person, but I'm building up a team around me now to do the USA Tomorrow and to print millions of copies and put them out all over the country. One person inspired, one person with a plan, one person that works diligently to get out there and get focused on an aspect that you may read in the USA Tomorrow or an area of your life where you're called to do a certain thing. I know there's many people out there that are called, many of you that are Christians that are called to do a certain task, and you're not doing it. We need to stand up. We need to be active. We need to get involved with what you've been called to do. Those of you that have a mission in life, you need to get on with it. And it's something that would make a change locally. Again, about Madeleine O'Hare, just one lady, the whole nation. Now the kids you can't even have prayer in the schools. It's been like that for 40 years? But one person got that. Only one lady's effort. How much more effort would if somebody, just 2 or 3 people here in the local area got involved and stayed focused and put their effort and energy into making change locally? They make a tremendous difference here locally, in the county, other cities, and that spreads across the country. It's not impossible. Not that difficult to do. Takes time, takes dedication, takes some sweat, hard work, focus, a little persecution at times. Some people are not going to like you. But if you're telling the truth, then I think Christian or non-Christian need to believe that I think the Lord will protect them as well because they're doing something that valuable for their community.
Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. But you have to know the truth.
Right.
That's what USA Tomorrow is about, getting you the truth so you will be free. The converse is also true. If you believe a lie, you will be a slave to sin and to deception. And I like what Mr. Lawrence said earlier about the Fox spin zones. Even if they're telling you some truth about a lost girl in Aruba or Nancy Grace, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say Nancy Disgrace. But even if these people are telling you about one lost girl over and over and over for month after month after month, ask yourself, is that more important than 5,000 suicidal returning veterans that kill themselves? 5,000. Nancy Disgrace hasn't done one story on these guys that went to suicide. 5,000 of them, she can't find them. Okay, 4,200 plus dead, killed in combat, plus another 10,000 that die from injuries when they fly into Germany. They don't make it, but they don't count them if they didn't die in Iraq or Afghanistan. They die in Germany or from Germany back to the States, they're not counted among the dead. Wait, hello, Nancy Grace. Did I have another Freudian slip?
I think so.
Oh, darn. I've got to stop telling the truth. I got to start getting the names right. Or Bill O'Reilly. These people focus on things that are not important, while thousands of your sons and daughters, nieces and nephews are suffering.
I was out in the church parking lot the other day and talking to a gentleman, he's a Christian man, and he was trying to justify that Bush is a good Christian man. And Bush, if you can't believe the rhetoric, you can't believe what the television tells you. You have to look at their voting record, look at how they make their decisions. That will tell you what kind of person they are. Bush is a universalist. He's not a Christian at all, in any sense. He'll do political speak, double speak to make it sound like that, but he's a universalist. He believes he was carrying the Talmud, and he goes to Talmud classes. He believes in all variety of things. And the Muslims, he goes and reads the Quran. He's not in any sense of what Christians think that he is. That's who he is. I'm presenting in my newspaper what the people are. I'm not looking.
Well, I'm William Wagener for Take Back America. My email address is producer@OnSecondThought. We're here with the actual producer, the editor-in-chief and owner of USA tomorrow. And as I always do with my guests, I like to give them the last 3-4 minutes to get out what they want to get out and have you remember it, people. So here, for the first time ever on television and anywhere, here in California, I give you Mr. Jeff Lowrence, publisher, owner of USA Tomorrow.
3 minutes, thank you. First of all, thank you for having me on the program.
You're welcome.
Thank you for helping with distribution. I know you've referred several people over. We've got a crew out there right now, and they're, I think we're about 65% done with Santa Maria, Orcutt area, and we're contemplating to go on to possibly to Napomo and all the way up through to San Luis Obispo. So if there's some of you out there that might want to help, they can call that number. You got the local number here. You could post up with the 805 number, or you could call the 800 number. We could catch that as well, but preferable the 805 number if you'd like to help us with distribution. We do pay for that, so you're not going out voluntarily. Cover your lunches as well, and if you have to drive a distance or so, cover some gas money as well. I just want to make a quote from an article we have on page 22. If you get a copy of this at your doorstep, read that, page 22. The title is Women in War, and it's written by Alan Stang. Alan Stang was a writer for Mike Wallace for about a period of 18 years, CBS News. And so he comes with lots of experience. He's been in writing for about 40 years now. And his comment down there, quoting from Mark Helprin. Mark Helprin is an American novelist who served in the Israeli army. And he's against women in combat. And this is why. He says, quote, mainly I'm against it because it's a question of what country we want to be. Any country that sends its mothers and daughters to war is a sick country. But politicians are afraid to say this because women vote. And the politicians cater to their narcissism, which now includes the idea that they should be able to lead a Ranger recon squad. They'll be of that opinion until there's a really rough war where they get sent home in body bags. Then they'll change their minds, as they should. Our nation is sick when we send our mothers and daughters to war, my friends. You need to read history. You need to understand what happened to Rome, what happened to other countries long before us. We don't live in a bubble. We could lose our country if we don't make proper changes. And sending our women and our daughters to war is an outrage. It's crazy. We can go on and on here with different topics and issues, but folks, you need to get involved with some aspect of the newspaper. You can call in or go to the website. If you miss one, if we missed having a copy sent to your door, we want to get that covered. We want to get a copy to you. So you